Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be adding in our porch section to our 2-story 3-bedroom home. So we already have, this is a or grid line here that falls on the center line of that porch wall. So I'm going to select wall. My base constraint is going to be top of foundation, but my center line is going to be what my location line is. So location line must be wall center line. And then just start from here, go across. The width of it was 2,400 millimeters if I'm not mistaken. And then we just go straight up. But of course I need to check my dimensions to ensure that everything is accurate. So I'm supposed to have 2,100 interior to interior in that direction. That's correct. And from outside to outside here, it's supposed to be 2,400. So let me adjust that. This wall, click the wall, change my dimension to 2,400. And there we go. That's our porch. We also have a column that is right at the corner of the porch, a square 300 millimeter concrete column. So I'm just going to go to column under the architecture tab, and all the columns are supposed to be in the project already. So here I have my M_concrete square column there, and I'm just going to place it right at this corner here. Have my M_concrete square column 300 by 300. In this is a section, this is a green ribbon that pops up right below the main ribbon. There are some properties that we need to change for our column first. Here where it says depth, we need to change it to height so that it goes from the level that we're on, which is the first floor level, and it's going to end on the second floor level. Okay, so after we change that, we just place our column there and then press escape. Then we select the column, change the base level of the column from the current level to foundation. So now our column goes all the way down to foundation. Let's check that in the 3D view. Here's our column, and it goes down to the foundation. Okay. Now we're going to be adding in some openings for the building. We have an opening here from the foyer into the living, and from the living room into the dining/kitchen area. We also will have openings for our porch, but the method of adding openings for our porch is going to be different from adding openings inside the building. First, let me do the ones for inside the building. So we'll go to architecture. Notice that we don't have anything that says opening here. So we have to add our openings as a component, not as a door, but as a component. So I'm going to select component, and then I'm going to just search in the properties for opening. Right, and we have some types of openings already in the project. Again, you just have to select the one you want to use and duplicate it. So I have arch opening. Just select that one. Now I'm going to edit type first, duplicate. The height of it is 2,100, and the width of it is going to be 1,200. So the height 2,100, width 1,200. oh sorry, 900. My apologies, 900. Let's rename it. Instead of 1200, put 900. There we go. And replace our opening there. Then I'm going to edit type again, duplicate. This one is 3000 millimeters wide. And there's our second opening, right? So that's how we add openings to our building. So if I go to 3D, let's see, can I find an angle that shows the opening? Kind of. Here's that opening in the wall, right? But now I want to show you a different way of adding openings to walls. And this is editing the profile of the wall. So I'm going to select the front wall here, and when I do that, a modify tab comes up for modifying your walls with special features for modifying walls. So I select the wall, and then I'm going to select edit profile. It's going to ask me which view I want to use to edit the profile of the wall, and I'm going to select the south view because the wall is facing the south direction. Whenever you are in a view where everything is faded out and you have some magenta lines coming up, you are now in edit mode. Edit mode allows you to draw shapes or modify the shape of an existing structure. So for example, our wall that we had selected before, now we can literally edit the sides of the wall and create different shapes and so on. But I just want to create an opening inside my wall, a simple opening. So I'm going to use rectangle here, and I'm just going to draw a box inside here that terminates right at the top of the door there, right? After I draw that box, I'm just going to edit things like I want the lower end here to be 2 inches lower than my first floor level, so I'm just going to adjust that by just measuring, and then I click the line. It's supposed to be 50 millimeters. There we go. That's the same thing as 2 inches, right? And from each edge here, I need it to be 300 millimeters away. So I can click on the line, and when the dimension comes up, just drag it to the edge of the column. Oh, it's exactly 300. If I click this line, it's 269. I need it to be 300. There we go. Right? And once you finish drawing in that shape on the inside, just click the green tick to finish edit mode. And if you're not satisfied or you don't want to edit it anymore, you can just click the X to cancel. But I'm satisfied, so I'm going to click the green tick, and now my wall has been edited, and now there's a hole in the wall. So if we go to 3D view again and go to the south view, now there is this hole in the wall there, right? I'm going to show you what happens when you've made an error while editing. So I'm going to do the same thing to the other wall here, and I'm going to go edit profile. It's hard to edit it in 3D, so I'm going to navigate to the west view. Right? Now we can edit out. So let's say, for example, I draw another box here, like this. Right? Here, there's an error that says highlighted lines overlap, lines may not form closed loops. So what it is saying is that there's a line that's overlapping this original line for the wall. So we can't have lines overlapping whenever we are in edit mode. No matter what you're editing, there should not be any lines overlapping. So I'm going to select this line and delete it, and let me try and finish it again. Now it's saying lines cannot intersect each other. The highlighted lines currently intersect. So Revit wants you to form a closed loop, so no lines intersecting. You can form right angles like this at the end, but no lines intersecting like this. So let me continue sketching, and let me just shorten this line here because it was highlighted in orange that it is intersecting. And let me do the same thing for this one. Right? Let me click the green tick again. Okay, lines must be in closed loops. The highlighted lines are not on one end. So because this end is open, Revit is giving me an error. So let me continue sketching, and I'm just going to close this section here. There we go. Let me adjust it now according to the dimensions that I want. This is supposed to be 50 millimeters below, and from the edge here, 225 and 250. From the end here, that's right, it's butting right against the column. My height of it is supposed to be the same height as the doors, 2,100 millimeters. That's what I'm using. And we can do finish, edit mode, go back to our 3D, and that's what it looks like. And one wall is the opening here, one wall is the opening here. Please note that you don't have to stick to a traditional box like I did. You can always, if I go edit profile again, go to West, you can always create customized shapes for your opening. So if I want a little arch at the top here, I can select start end radius. So start, end, and then just adjust the radius here and delete out the line. There we go. And now I have a curved opening. Let me do the same thing for the other side. Select, edit profile, start, and there we go. Delete this line, and now we have that curvature for our opening, right? So that's how we add openings. You can either use a regular opening family, or you can edit the profile of your wall and create your own customized shape for your opening. And in plan view, this is what it looks like. In plan view, if you select the wall, some arrows will come up on the sides of the opening where you can adjust like the length of the wall and so on. So like I can drag this so that the opening is smaller, etc. But it might be more accurate to edit it in edit mode rather than editing it in a plan view like this. Alright, that's it for this video. In the next one, we're going to be adding in floors.